Today, Raygun and the breakdancing controversy. If you guys weren't aware, breakdancing was introduced at this year's 2024 Olympics, and it's created quite a lot of controversy as being one of the events for the closing ceremonies and one of the ones that was going to close out the whole of the Olympics. Now, we are both dancers. I've been in street dance for a long time. Preach even longer than me. Preach has been hosting, battling, performing,
DJing.
There you go. I've been doing a lot of similar stuff. I was following a lot of the qualifiers for the Olympics, so I was curious to see how this was going to go. Why don't we just start with the beginning? Raygun, okay? She went viral because, let's just be straightforward with it, her shit was trash, okay? By Olympic standards, it was trash. I think that's a very fair statement. Everyone would agree, no matter how much you want to defend her, how much you may not deserve all the flack she's getting, by Olympic standards, what she did was trash.
By the dancing standard, still trash. For the contemporary side of things, it was exquisite. Because she was thinking outside the box. But the thing is, whenever you learn to dance or you have any kind of things like that, that there's rules. You have to learn the rules first before you break them. She just broke them.
Yeah.
There was nothing learned within those rules. It's just like whenever you're doing accounting. You have to learn the rules in order to be able to save some money. If you don't learn the rules and you save some money, you're going to do something illegal.
You're going to jail. That's what he's trying to say.
You're going to jail.
That's not creative accounting. That's illegal accounting.
It's illegal. There's a lot of people that was talking about, oh, there's a lot of bullying. There's a lot of bullying. I don't believe that what we're doing is bullying. It's because in the essence of dancing itself and of that dance itself, of hip-hop, the first hip-hop dance, b-boy, you have to keep it real and you have to be in people. You have to you call a duck a duck.
Okay, so if we're keeping it real, she didn't do anything wrong. If I'm being very real with you, she showed up to the qualifier. She won the qualifier. She gets to go to the Olympics.
She fell through the cracks. The problem is how the qualifier was won. But I think you're right.
This is the fucked up thing. This kind of exposes the corruption of the Olympic process, at least when it comes to this category specifically. If it's not corruption, then it's just sheer incompetence. But essentially what happened was different regions have qualifiers, okay? There might have been one for Canada, one for US, one for Eastern, Western Europe, one for Asia, okay. There was one for Oceania, which she's from Australia, so part of that area. And Australia, however they did it, whether or not they paid, essentially they did an Oceania qualifier, but they kind of closed it off. So basically it was just B-girls and B-boys from Australia. So that's already weird enough as it is. After that, the process to be able to even be able to participate in the quads was extra complicated. First, you needed 100% citizenship, so permanent residence was not allowed. Then you needed letters and accreditation, I believe, from like 3 different organizations of sorts. It was like, I don't want you to quote me exactly on this, but the process was still convoluted to be able to even participate.
This is very contemporary work. It sounds like that, and it looks like that.
Now, with that in mind, people are making fake news about her husband being the judge letting her through. No, I watched the footage. I watched her final battle, okay? She did beat the girl in the finals, but the problem isn't the fact that she beat the girl with some corruption. The problem is just the quality of B-girls in Australia is not that good. Just the field is not that good. They should have never had an exclusive qualifier for one country when they don't have enough people to even compete and raise the level that high. That's what happened. It was a meritocracy, but the problem is the meritocracy was limited to such a small pool. So what happened was the product you got was trash.
It's like saying that the standard for 100 meters is under 10 seconds. And you have a country that all the contestants run in 15. I mean, technically, yes, they were faster than everybody else, but you still run 15 when the standard is under 10.
Right. And there are instances of this happening. But in a lot of sports, they generally have ways to cut the fat before getting to the finals or getting to the bigger stage. In breaking, unfortunately, they just didn't have that set up. She should have never passed. And look, once they did the pre-selection, she got weeded out right away. She just should have never been on the Olympic stage, in my opinion. That girl from the refugee team, she was trash too. I don't care what her message was. She should have never been on that stage. That girl was worse than Raygun and nobody paid her any mind. She was dog water. I don't care if her free the Afghan. I don't care about none of that. She shouldn't have been on that stage. I wanted to see somebody dancing at a high level, somebody doing athletic things at a high level. She just came there for a message to do a 6-step. That shit was garbage. Okay? With all that being said, what are your thoughts on Raygun and this whole thing? If anything else.
I was astonished about what I saw, the performance when I saw it. She fell through the cracks. She really did. I believe that when you say that, oh well, you know what, she did nothing wrong. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
I don't know about that. I think she knew, when you know exactly what you're doing and you're conscious of your level. You're conscious of your you're not at the level, and that's something that she said herself, that she was not gonna beat nobody. She just went to do. You know damn well you shouldn't have been there.
Wait, you think that even though she won the qualifier, she should have abstained from going?
She knew she was not gonna beat them. She knew.
So let me ask you: do you think that if somebody is knowing that they're not going to win a competition, they shouldn't participate?
That's not even that what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your level. You know about your level is trash. I'm not saying like I don't have chances to win, but you're still within the realm of competition. You're still within the realm of competing with someone. She wasn't. I'm not saying that. I'm probably not gonna win, but I should have saved myself. But you still run under 10. She ran 15 seconds.
Okay.
So knowing that you're not even close, that you don't have a top rock, you don't have floor work, there's a lot of things you don't have.
Well, that's
and
not
you
what
don't
she
even
said.
you don't even have musicality on top of that. Nah, that's me from outside saying like, yo, you know what? Nah, you're not the one. You are not the one. I'm sorry, you're not the one. There's some. You go ahead.
I disagree with that 100%. I think competitors, if you want to compete at the highest level, even if you know you're going to get blown out, you go there and you give it your best. It is what it is. If you work hard and that's what you got and you won and you earned your spot, that's not for me to tell you don't take that shot. There's so many teams I watch get blown out by 64 in college football, things like that. I would not tell them to not show up to the game because they know they're going to get murked by this other team. That's just not the way I would ever see competition. That's how you would see it. You know you're going to get beat down, so you don't show up.
No, it's not. It's not even that. It's that you're still in your. It's still in your division, so you still compete with other people. There's other people that are better than others. It is not even a blowout. Like it was. You didn't score a single point, and you had no chance of scoring any points.
Okay.
You made it that if someone in your how fucked up it is that. Whenever you win and the number of judges that vote for you, you get those points.
There's 9 judges.
9 judges.
So
2 rounds.
So 2 rounds, 9. So every judge is going to vote twice. So they can give their 1 point to somebody each round. So that means out of 18, she was getting 0. So I just want to clarify for you.
Yes, exactly. So what you're making, so there's different divisions, right? You have A, B, C, D. She's in one. Everybody from that division, even if they're not as good as the other, they get propped up because she becomes a cheat code. If I dance against you, I'm gonna get automatical 18 points. So I'm fucking up the rest of the competition. It makes it not fair to the others just by me entering, by me being there, by me not being up to part of the competition. I give 18-point automatical to the other person, and that makes it that they can advance on top of other people when they're not as good. It's not even for you, but for everybody in your division, you're fucking up the whole competition. The pH balance of the competition is off.
But they can't just replace her with another B-boy.
I understand what you're saying.
So
she fell through the cracks.
So if she doesn't go, which is what you're saying, they would have just had a B-boy missing, and then people would have got a free win. Is that better? You get what I'm trying to say?
Nah, that's what you're saying.
I don't disagree with you that she should not have been there. We agree.
Yeah.
But it's not on the competitor who won the regional tournament to not go to the finals. To me, that's just not the answer. And that's not a competitive spirit. And I know plenty of athletes who go up. I get what you're saying, that she's not up to snuff and she's not part of the division. But that doesn't change the fact that you see beatdowns all the time that are really disgusting. And also on the point of she didn't get a single point. She wasn't the only one. There was a few B-boys and B-girls who got smashed 36 points to 0. That was a common thread. So, again, I'm with you, she didn't belong there. I just don't think saying she should not have gone and just abstain after winning is, to me, that's...
Who organized the qualifier?
The one who organized a qualifier, I believe, was... she was part of a organization, her and her husband and some other people.
Who's her and her husband?
Raygun and her husband.
So she was part of the organization that...
One of them, a few of them, yeah.
I don't know. That sounds shady as fuck, but yeah, carry on.
Why is that shady?
You're part of the organization that's gonna qualify you. Like, you're part of the organization It's like hosting a battle and entering the battle. To me, that's always been a no. It's weird. I'm not gonna say that something's gonna happen with the judges or whatever or not. It's fucking weird. The person that is paying you is also that shouldn't happen.
But see, I disagree with that too, and I'll tell you why I disagree with that.
Go ahead.
The dance community is not that big. The only people who are organizing dance-related events are people that we all know very well.
Yeah.
And what happens? There's 1 degree of separation, if not 0. Meaning you're part of the same group of the people who are organizing it. You're very good friends with the people who are organizing it. You know them intimately. You've been growing up together for 15 years. The idea of bias is literally always there throughout the whole thing. And the only credence I'll give to her for why I don't question the judgment is they had 9 different judges who are veteran B-boys and B-girls from everywhere. Me, when I saw 9 judges, I just didn't care anymore.
It couldn't be 12 that judges. It's not because you cannot stop biases that you're just going to indulge in that. It doesn't work like that. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's agree to disagree.
Whatever. Disagree. All in all, I think the real problem at this, I know everyone's focused on her. I think it is more of an organizational and Olympic system problem, not really her. But I mean, listen, she deserves a lot of the flack for her performance. At the end of the day, you showed up, you represent your country, you did a poor job, people are going to flame you. And I think they're entitled to that. That's a fact.
Everybody that did a poor job has been flamed. People are calling bullying.
No.
Bullying. If you suck, people are going to be like, yo.
Can I give you an example? The men's relay for USA. Whoo! Them boys got flamed. I saw motherfuckers win and get flamed. Noah Niles?
Yes.
He got bronze and he got flamed.
Yes.
He deserved it too. Talking about I got COVID, partying 2 days later. Boy, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Nobody want to hear that shit. But people get flamed. I don't care. I feel like people being super soft on her because she's a girl. No. She doesn't deserve all the flame. Some of it's been pretty ridiculous.
Yes.
But she deserves criticism for being whack.
If you don't have nothing nice, no.
Yeah.
No, I'll say it.
I do think it is a shame because there were so many other good girls, B-girls out there who did their thing. They went up. They performed really well, hyper entertaining, but this is kind of taking over the conversation. Even the men's category. Listen, Phil Wizard, that's the kid I used to watch when he was a teenager out in Vancouver. Dude was amazing back then. And to watch him win a gold medal, for me, it was like super cool to watch from afar. Yeah. So I'm very happy for him, very proud of like how he represented, how he's handled interviews, very professional. But the performances were amazing. Go watch some of the B-boy battles. They are incredibly entertaining. So when I hear people say goofy ass shit like, oh, breaking doesn't belong at the Olympics. You guys got dudes standing there and shooting guns. What are we talking about? You got skateboard, you got BMX, you got all kinds of stuff that I've never really thought of as a sport. But then you think breaking, one of the most athletic professions that you can really engage in, is not a sport? That's crazy to me. Even gymnastics involves a lot of dancing. It's part of how you're scored. But somehow the idea of men dancing and doing athletic movements that gymnastics take and then they use in their own routines, you guys think that doesn't belong. Anyone who says breaking doesn't belong, y'all lost me when you guys don't have that same energy for half of the other sports. I've seen ribbons and with balls and shit and girls just rolling around. Take figure skating. There's so many of these kinds of sports that involve a lot of dancing and rhythm and performance. But this one also involves one of the highest forms of athleticism. So I definitely think it has a place. I hope it does come back. I know for 2028, it's probably not going to happen. I'm pretty sure they confirmed it. But for 2032, it might. And I hope it does because I think it was really exciting. And for the people who watched it, I saw a lot of people really excited. So that's what
I'm just happy that my Haitians were represented.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Joffrey from United States. Yeah. And then there was Danny Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Dan. J'ai vu le tatou là, ici, là. I saw that.
Yeah, you see? I like Danny Dan.
Yo, he had the island right.
Shout out to Danny.
But yeah, there's a lot of girls that did good. A lot of people that did a wonderful job. Seriously. Yeah. Good job to everybody. Except Raygun. And that Moroccan girl. Y'all did your best the same way that I could do an open heart surgery to my best and still kill someone.
Yeah. Also, there's more fake news about her article or her thesis being some kind of like appropriation thing. I was reading through it. It wasn't what people were making out to be. There was a lot of fake news surrounding this whole thing.
Yes.
So I just wanted to clear up that there's a lot of misinformation about it. But if you guys want, below, I'll put up the link to the description so you guys can go see some of the battles she did to qualify. But yeah, I think that pretty much kind of covered. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay, I think we got all of that. Boom! Let us know what you guys think in the comments.